What's up, people? I had a mad message I found. God told me in Ezekiel 45, verse 1. I wanted to read it for you. It says, "So when you divide the land among the tribes of Israel, you must set aside a section for the Lord as his holy portion. This piece of land will be 8 to 3 miles long and 6 and 2/3 miles wide. Sorry, the entire area will be holy." So the rest of the chapter just talks about like the land, how God's going to restore his people, and there's still hope after the exile and what it says basically. And it's just numbers. When people are just going to be like, oh, it's just numbers, how long this land's going to be, how long this is. But you have to really look deeper. I noticed how God mentioning his land first was first of the chapter. It wasn't in the middle, it wasn't at the end. He said it first. Maybe that's how God said it, or Ezekiel wrote it. But regardless, it's first. That's where God should be in our lives. He has to be first. He needs to have his own portion in our lives. In fact, he's the whole portion. We are in his portion. And it says in verse verse 1, but it says at the end of it, the entire area is holy. Our whole lives need to be holy. We need to be righteous in the Lord. When he lives in us, he gives us these fruits, eternal life through Jesus Christ. So I ask this question to you: is your life in God's hands? Is your life centered around Christ? Because if it's not, you're gonna have to change these plans, because I know this is talking about the land literally in Israel, but it's so much more than that. Is the Lord your number one? Is he first like he is in this chapter? Is he number one in your story? We must remember, when we're making plans in our life, when we're trying to do this, it says here, you must set aside a section for the Lord and as his holy portion. Make the Lord a priority. Put him first. Then let the Lord make the plans for your life to fit his will, and hopefully it can align with yours. If not, still follow him, because his will does not lead to death or destruction. Ours does. Sin corrupted us. Sin corrupts us. My will, I want to just watch the craziest things. I want to do so much wrong because it's satisfying to this flesh, my will. But God's will leads to eternal life, leads to safety, leads to love. It's a loving thing. With our will, it's completely different, and it doesn't align. So you need to align your will with God's. You need to make him the number one portion in your life, the holy portion. God bless.